After I woke up inside a novel, I became the devoted second male lead who gets the girl. I knew exactly. Every moment the male lead would humiliate the heroine. To please the supporting heroine, he would secretly alter the heroine's college choices, cause trouble at her part-time job, and make her lose it. And the so-called groveling arc was simply the heroine, at the finale, refusing to get back together with the male lead, and turning to throw herself into my arms instead. Right now was the story's first major heartbreak. In front of the entire class, the male lead was accusing the heroine of stealing. Song Ning bit her lip, staring at me anxiously. Can you testify for me? I really didn't steal anything. Facing her tear-filled eyes, I calmly turned away, avoiding her gaze. Sorry, I wasn't in the classroom at noon. I can't testify for you. Song Ning's eyes instantly dimmed. Song Ning, I know your family is poor, but no matter what, you can't steal Weiwei's things. Do you know that jade bracelet was her grandmother's keepsake? Weiwei walked up to Song Ning. Song Ning, that jade bracelet is very important to me. I can give you 100,000 yuan. Can you give it back to me? Whispers rose from the students around them. Song Ning stubbornly straightened her back. It really wasn't me. I didn't steal anything. If you don't believe me, check the security footage. Song Ning, what are you playing at? You know the classroom cameras broke 2 days ago. Weiwei already said she'd give you 100,000 yuan. Can you stop being so stubborn? Yeah, Song Ning. That bracelet isn't worth much. It just means a lot to me. If you don't think that's enough, I can offer more. I checked the time. 1:05 p.m. In another 5 minutes, the homeroom teacher would walk through the door. Then Song Ning, Zihang, and Weiwei would be called to the office. That jade bracelet was worth a fortune. Even if the teacher usually favored Song Ning, he couldn't brush this off. Song Ning's mother would be called to school. The moment she entered the office, she would slap Song Ning. Then, like a fawning lapdog, she would apologize to Zihang and Weiwei. I failed to raise my child properly. Song Ning, just like her irresponsible father, has had bad character since childhood. Then she would turn and scream at Song Ning. You little bastard, apologize to Mr. Liu and Miss Bai now. Where did you hide it? Give it back now. Her voice could be heard across the entire floor. All of Song Ning's denials and resolve would be completely crushed by her mother. Even when Weiwei's butler came to school the next day to apologize, saying the bracelet had been found in her bedroom, it would be too late. Song Ning would be branded a thief. Wherever she went, whispers followed behind her, and Zihang's apology for it was simply bringing her breakfast for an entire semester. At this very moment, the homeroom teacher was still on his way. How about I add another 50,000 yuan? Don't be so greedy. I looked at Zihang. The security camera works. He froze. What? I said the security camera works. It just ran out of power. I installed a new battery yesterday. Weiwei's face went pale. There's no need to check the footage, is there? As long as you, Song Ning, apologize, I'll forgive you. Zihang frowned. Song Ning, even if we check the footage. I didn't steal anything. I want to see the footage. Song Ning stared intently at Zihang and Weiwei. 5 minutes were up. The homeroom teacher appeared at the door. He scanned the classroom and frowned. What's all this noise about? After hearing what happened, he told the other students to study on their own, then took the 3 of them to his office to check the footage. Half an hour later, the 3 returned to the classroom. Weiwei walked in front, looking perfectly composed. Song Ning was still a little pale, but her back was ramrod straight. Zihang wore a blank expression. Without saying a word, the homeroom teacher clapped his hands. All right, let's continue class. The instant he turned and his stylus touched the whiteboard, I spoke softly. Sir. So that bracelet. Did Song Ning really steal it? The teacher's gaze settled on me. Song Ning gripped her pen tightly and looked at me too. After all, she's my deskmate. If she really has a habit of stealing, I'd better hide my own things. Weiwei frowned and gave a quiet cough. She was about to say something, but before the words left her lips, another low voice cut her off. Song Ning didn't steal the bracelet. Zihang looked at me. She was at her desk the entire lunch break. She never left. I gave a faint smile. Is that so? Then it seems I don't need a new deskmate. Weiwei suddenly choked on a sob. Tears streamed down her face. It's all my fault. One falsely accused Song Ning by mistake. I nodded. Then it really is your fault. You had no business bringing something so valuable to school. Today you falsely accused Song Ning. Who will you falsely accuse tomorrow? The moment I said that, the class erupted in commotion. Weiwei raised a hand to cover her face. Soft sobs slipped through her fingers. Zihang said angrily, Jiang Kai. Weiwei already apologized. What more do you want from her? Tilting my head, I asked. Zihang, do you like Weiwei? You. Don't talk nonsense. I only see Weiwei as a little sister. His face turned red. He flushed red and viciously brandished a fist at me. I raised both hands in surrender. I was joking. All right. Enough messing around. This class is turning into a circus. You're all in 11th grade now. Focus. Study properly. And stop causing pointless trouble every day. Once class began, I propped my head up at my desk, dozing off. Something suddenly nudged my arm. I turned to look. Song Ning had her lips pressed together, listening to the lesson intently. Her knuckles had turned pale from gripping her pen. A thick callus covered the spot on her middle finger where the pen rested. After marrying Zihang, those calluses would gradually soften and fade. This girl who completed stack after stack of exam papers would become a pampered wealthy wife who never had to lift a finger. I pushed the notes back to her. I scoffed softly. No need. The next day, perhaps out of guilt, Zihang brought Song Ning breakfast. Song Ning refused him. No need. Keep it for yourself. Zihang stood there awkwardly, holding a convenience store rice ball and freshly squeezed fruit juice. A trace of irritation showed in his eyes. Weiwei said with a smile, Zihang, Song Ning might not be used to this kind of food. How about next time? You have the driver buy her some street-side buns and soy milk. Hearing that, Song Ning was just about to explain, when Zihang impatiently cut her off. He tossed the breakfast onto Song Ning's desk. Eat it or don't. If you won't eat it, throw it in the trash. In the original novel, Zihang's breakfast was indeed thrown into the trash by Song Ning. The morning study bell rang. In the classroom, only the scratch of pens on paper remained. A moment later, I heard Song Ning beside me sniff very softly. She was still just a little girl after all. I sighed. From her desk, I took the misshapen rice ball and juice he'd thrown there and brought them over. Hey, I didn't eat enough this morning. Can I trade you some milk for these? She looked up at me in surprise. You don't have to trade. I'm not hungry. Just take them. How could she not be hungry? At 4 in the morning, she helped her mother run a stall at the market. By 6, she had to make 3 bus transfers to get to school. Because the school provided free lunch and dinner, Song Ning ate only 2 meals a day. She often woke up with her stomach numb from hunger. During puberty, Song Ning was as thin as a reed that could topple with a push. Yet even so, she still thought dignity mattered more than an empty stomach. So foolish. I don't like owing people favors. A fair trade. It works for both of us. All right. She reached out and took the bottle of milk. Behind us, Zihang suddenly kicked a desk hard. I pretended not to hear it. Under the desk, I quietly tore open the rice ball's wrapper and took a bite. Cheese and chicken. It was pretty good. As soon as class ended, Zihang called Song Ning out. I went to the restroom to wash my hands first, then strolled leisurely to the corner, openly eavesdropping on them. Fine if you didn't want what I gave you. But why did you give it to Jiang Kai? You gave it to me. What I do with it is none of your business. Zihang fell silent for a few seconds. Song Ning, I just want to apologize to you. Weiwei's bracelet was found in her bedroom last night. I didn't mean to falsely accuse you. Zihang, you don't need to explain yourself to me. And I don't want your apology. With that, she pushed past Zihang and returned to the classroom. I'd seen enough of the show. When I turned around, I saw Weiwei. She stood behind me, her face utterly indifferent. I reminded her, Miss Bai, if you don't confess soon, Zihang might just fall for someone else. Why would I confess? I don't even like him. Then why do you keep targeting Song Ning? If a dog used to follow only you every day, but one day started wagging its tail at someone else, how would you feel? I wouldn't feel anything. It's just a dog. Why would I care who it wags its tail at? Weiwei froze. I fell silent for a few seconds. You men, do you all like girls like Song Ning? What kind? Poor. Pretty. Like some delicate, pitiable little white flower. First, I don't think Song Ning is a fragile little flower. Second, I don't like fragile little flowers either. They break too easily. Then, what do you like? I like vicious ones. A flower of pure evil, heavy with fragrance. Just like you. So, will you consider me? You're sick? I angered by Weiwei until her cheeks turned pink. After shooting me a vicious glare, she ran back to the classroom. Song Ning's rejection didn't discourage Lu Zihang. It was like he was determined to go head-to-head with her. He brought Song Ning breakfast for an entire semester. All of it ended up in my stomach, traded to me by Song Ning. Of course, what I gave Song Ning in return wasn't cheap either. After one semester, Song Ning finally had a little more flesh on her face. Song Ning and I were neither close nor distant, other than trading breakfast every day and occasionally copying her homework. We had no contact outside of that. After we traded breakfast today, Song Ning stopped me. Jiang Kai, could you lend me some money? How much? 100,000 yuan. My mother has been diagnosed with cancer. She's enrolled in a clinical trial, but the initial treatment costs still have to be paid upfront. I know, it's presumptuous to suddenly ask you for such a large sum, but I truly don't know who else to turn to. I can write you a promissory note. I'll repay you as soon as the reimbursement comes through. Song Ning's mother was named Song Chunhua. Song Ning's surname hadn't originally been Song, after her father ran away with the neighbor's wife. An enraged Song Chunhua changed her surname to escape the neighbor's gossip and judgment. Song Chunhua took Song Ning far from their hometown and settled in this unfamiliar city. She hated Song Ning for carrying that man's blood. She hated Song Ning for being a girl. She hated Song Ning for failing to keep her husband from leaving. Yet even as she hated her, she worked from dawn to dusk every day to support her. Song Chunhua was nurturing a flower she despised. And when she fell, that flower wanted to use its tender stem to hold her up. In the original story, Song Ning had asked Lu Zihang for the loan because Lu Zihang was willing to apologize for falsely accusing her and brought her breakfast for a semester. She thought he was a good person. Most importantly, Lu Zihang's family was wealthy. When she made her request to Lu Zihang in a soft, ingratiating voice, he said nothing. He merely gave her a cold look, then wired the money to her account on the third day. Song Ning happily transferred the money to the hospital. She didn't know then that everything comes at a price. The moment she borrowed that money, the balance of power between her and Lu Zihang began to shift. They were no longer equals. So even after she eventually repaid the loan, Lu Zihang would always be owed her gratitude for saving her mother. She became his servant, ordered about at will. Even something as life-changing as having her college choices altered could only be silently accepted. I looked into Song Ning's eyes. Nervousness and pleading hid within them, like a fawn caught in a hunter's trap. It truly could stir a man's urge to destroy and toy with her. Song Ning, 100,000 yuan. How long would your mother have to sell vegetables at the market to earn that? Her face turned pale. My family may have money, but it doesn't grow on trees. We're only ordinary classmates. What makes you think I'd lend you such a huge sum? Besides, Song Ning, borrowing money from a man comes at a price, and I don't think you can bear that price. Jiang Kai, if you won't lend it, then don't. Why do you have to humiliate me like this? It's the truth. Song Ning sat dazed through the entire class. She sat in silence. Lu Zihang had probably overheard our conversation. After class, he called Song Ning out again. Song Ning, I can lend you the money. What are your conditions? From now on, the breakfast I give you, don't give them to Jiang Kai anymore. That's all. Song Ning bit her lip and stood there for a moment. Thank you, but no. Jiang Kai is right. Borrowing money from a man is never a good idea. Sometimes, the things given for free cost the most. Song Ning, at a time like this, you're still being stubborn? Are Jiang Kai's words so useful that they can make your mother better? She's the mother who gave birth to you and raised you. Getting the money to save her is what matters most. I'll find a way. What way can you find? That's 100,000 yuan. Who would give it to you for free? Sell yourself. Then why not sell yourself to me alone? Song Ning slapped Lu Zihang across the face. Lu Zihang, shut your filthy mouth. Get the hell away from me. My family matters are none of your damn business. HMPH. You really don't know when you're being shown kindness. He raised his hand to grab Song Ning by the throat. I stepped out from the corner. Song Ning, the homeroom teacher wants you. Song Ning gave me a complicated look. She said nothing, then ran off, white as a sheet. Zihang glared at me darkly. Why do you keep showing up everywhere? Sorry. I feel the same way. Are you interested in Song Ning? No. Then why do you always interfere? Yeah. Why is that? Maybe because I'm a champion of justice. Our families do business together. Why make things so hostile? HMPH. I don't understand business. I'm just a high school student. But there is something I want to ask. I wonder if you'd satisfy my curiosity. Go ahead. Zihang. Does your father treat your mother like this too? 5 minutes before the bell rang, Song Ning returned to the classroom. Her gaze swept over by Weiwei and Zihang. What's wrong with her? Why does she look so pissed? Who knows? Song Ning hesitated. Jiang. Did you tell the homeroom teacher about my family? Why did he want to see you? He told me not to worry about it, and to focus on my studies. He'll find a way to raise the money for me. Then congratulations. You don't have to beg for loans anymore. Jiang, thank you. I curled one corner of my mouth. I ignored her. The next second, I took out my phone. I transferred 100,000 yuan to the homeroom teacher. Seeing the teacher's reply, the sappy message gave me goosebumps. I quickly turned off my screen. The only upside of ending up as the second male lead was that I had a great deal of money. Money can solve many problems. It keeps me fed and warm, gives me the best education, and grants me more choices. I treasure that. So, I'm willing to handle the minor troubles this identity brings. Song Chunhua still died. Her cancer was discovered too late. No treatment could save her. Song Ning didn't come to school for several days. When she finally returned, she looked utterly drained, a small mourning badge pinned to her clothes. I said to her, my condolences. She didn't look at me. She gave a quiet hum. Jiang, from now on, I'm all alone. 3 years ago, my parents died in a plane crash while traveling for vacation. I've always been alone. Song Ning froze. I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's all in the past. I wasn't really a high school student to begin with. Of course, I could bear it all. Don't you feel lonely? Before I could answer, she gave a self-mocking laugh. Actually, my mother and I weren't close. Because of my father, she was always hitting or berating me. When I learned she had cancer, I felt nothing. But after she died, every night, when I return alone to that empty house, I still find myself missing her a little. She looked at me anxiously. Am I selfish? In the original novel, Song Chunhua wasn't cured either. After she died, Song Ning wanted to return the reimbursed money to Zihang. Zihang refused it. He stayed by Song Ning's side tenderly, caring for her attentively. He brought Song Ning an umbrella when it rained, and bought her clothes when it turned cold. He even took charge of all 3 of Song Ning's meals each day. He wasn't a particularly skilled hunter, yet he managed to coax Song Ning, grieving her mother's death, into his arms. He didn't love Song Ning. His obsession with Song Ning came from that semester of breakfast thrown into the trash and countless cold rejections. He craved Song Ning's love, but after getting it, he treated that precious love as disposable. In the end, he inherited the family company, divorced Song Ning, and married another woman. He even had a whole brood of children. The author used countless clever devices to portray Zihang's regrets. What's wrong with being selfish? I think, when applied to you, the word selfish is an incredibly noble quality. Song Ning looked at me in confusion. Jiang, how can you say that? Zihang still hadn't given up on Song Ning. To prove his feelings, he even deliberately distanced himself from Weiwei. During gym class, Song Ning returned after running 1,500 meters. Zihang hurried over, raising the milk tea he'd just bought. Song Ning, are you tired? Want some milk tea? Before he could finish, another hand snatched the milk tea from his hand. Zihang, wasn't this meant for me? Weiwei, I bought this especially for Song Ning. I'll buy you another one. No need. Cold drinks aren't good after exercise, and if I want one, I'll buy it myself. Lu Zihang turned back, dejected. Lu Zihang, do you know? I hate things people give up for my sake. They make me feel cheap. With that, she headed alone toward the school building, leaving Lu Zihang standing there alone. After the college entrance exams, Lu Zihang went to study in Gangcheng after underperforming on the exams. By Weiwei was accepted into the Beijing Film Academy. This time, no one could alter Song Ning's college application choices again, and no one could change her life. The day Song Ning received her acceptance letter, she called me. Her voice held undisguised excitement. I walked out onto the balcony and congratulated her. Song Ning carefully asked me, "Are you going to the United Kingdom?" Song Ning fell silent. Only her soft breathing remained on the line. "Then will we ever have a chance to meet again?" I sighed. Song Ning, "All right. I understand. If we can't meet again, Jiang, I wish you. I hope you stay safe." I stood there wistfully for several seconds. A text message came through on my phone. It was a bank deposit notification. The amount was 100,000 yuan. 8 years later, I earned my doctorate, then returned home to take over the family business. I'd forgotten what I needed to verify, so I logged into my long and used QQ account. There, I unexpectedly found the email Song Ning had sent me over the years. "Hello, Jiang. It's been a long time. I wonder how you've been. My college life has been pretty good. I really like my professors, classmates, and major. I even earned a scholarship. After my professor learned about my family situation, he invited me to work in his lab. After graduation, I found a pretty good job. My boss thinks highly of me, and soon I built a small team of my own. It's hard work, but I'm lucky to be doing what I love." I ran into Lu Zihang at a business function. He was actually our new client. He seemed far crazier than before, and his personality was just as obnoxious. He even asked me in private if I'd agree to be his mistress. I smashed my wine glass over his head. The next day, I took my resignation letter to my boss, but he rejected it. He told me not to worry. He said the company would never betray its own employees. Sure enough, a few days later, he told me to return to work. The company had ended its partnership with Lu Zihang. That's wonderful, Jiang. I'm grateful to him, and to myself for being brave that night. But the person I'm most grateful to is you. That night, I had a dream. I dreamed that I accepted Lu Zihang's confession in high school, claiming it was for my own good. He changed my college application choices without asking me. He made me study the same major as him. I didn't like that major, so I drifted through college in a haze. After graduation, I married him and became a housewife. I even lost a child because of him, and could never become a mother after that. What a nightmare. Oh, and the you in that dream wasn't like the real you, either. You smiled more than you do in real life, and you were gentler with me, too. Holding my coffee, I read from evening until the early hours of morning. My cursor rested on the final email. It was sent at 7 in the morning, 2 days ago. My flight home had just landed. When I opened it, there was only one line. "Can we meet again?" Below it was a phone number. Email is a wonderful thing. It spares you the sight of the other person's trembling handwriting, wrinkled stationery, and tears that fall by accident. All you see are neat, formal words, and a blinking cursor. And so, without the slightest guilt, you can click delete. I'd already emptied my inbox. There was no need for us to meet again. The world is vast, and Song Ning is the heroine of her own story. Her life doesn't need to be confined to choosing between the male lead and the second male lead. She can meet countless new people and embrace countless new possibilities. That's what I wanted to tell Song Ning, and what I wanted to tell myself. Goodbye, Song Ning. Keep moving forward. Don't look back.